Meetings in Niger, meetings in London, meetings in France. Is Governor Nyesom Wike really choking the PDP like he said? This na the story for today. My name na ADS. Make we run this matter as see the hot, no time. What is really the electoral value of the man Nyesom Wike? Hear this. Watch this video.
Governor Nyesom Wike has become a very strategic bride for two reasons. River State is one of the highest in terms of voter number. And then number two, which is very important for listeners to note, is that amongst the 36 governors, Wike stands out as one of those who have done or performed the best. So PDP will need him to add color and credibility to their campaign. APC will need him to add color and credibility to their campaign. But I think that there is a question mark on the conscience of Wike. Wike is bothered by the fact that rather than think of a new order, the PDP went the way of gerontocracy. And instead of perhaps palliating him by going with him as vice presidential candidate of the PDP, they lost that opportunity. And so Wike is saying, I couldn't have done so well in River State and leave Nigeria to hazards and guesses and conjectures. I'd rather check the cards and make the best decisions. And I think that the reason Wike hasn't decided whether to go with either of the two big parties is because tied to his conscience is ensuring that what he has done in River State is done in the Nigerian project.
Yes, of course, Wike, aka Mr. Project, has done well for his state and his people. He is not and will never be a pushover. His people will listen to him when the time comes. He has really done well for them. Wike beef with the PDP started when PDP sidelined him anyhow, just so he doesn't have anything to do with the presidency. As Wike don't do well for him state, him get the feeling say him go fit still run the same thing for Niger. Now so him take buy form to become president under the PDP. According to Wike, those people where him think say they deal with him. Them not there with him, oh. They betrayed him at the dying minute to the primaries. Now so Atiku Abubakar take collect tickets to be president. He no end for there, oh. He reached time to select running mates. PDP set up a 17-man committee to make a choice between some people where the party don't already select for that position, of which say Wike and governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okowa name, they inside. After committee don't deliberate finish, 14 members say, now Wike be the right man for this job. But the name where the party later call, as running mate to Atiku Abubakar, now Ifeanyi Okowa. The thing shocked even the committee will do their job. Atiku settled for Okowa instead of Wike. Make una hear as Benue State Governor Samuel Otom take explain this running mate matter. Make una watch.
If God directs me, and he has always done, if God directs me that I should support Atiku, why should I not do it? After all, he's my party man. But I'm waiting for him. There are more that is expected. I expect him to do. I expect him to reach out to Wike, who came second. And he denied him the popular view of PDP members. 14 out of 17 say that Wike should be the VP. In his wisdom, he chose that he should be Governor Okowa. Governor Okowa is a nice man. He's my friend. And I have no problem with him. But if we are in a democratic era, 14 people out of 17 say that it should be Wike, and he in his wisdom gave it to Okowa, I expect more explanation.
Okay. This is enough to get anybody angry. Now injustice be this one, I beg. Now meetings upon meetings upon meetings they happen. PDP wants Wike to calm down and work with the party. Every move Wike make, them they read meaning into them. Wike still the PDP, but him party they fear him as opposition. Wike met with the presidential flag bearer of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in London. The reason for their meeting, nobody know. PDP have long set up a committee to reconcile the Atiku and Wike camp. But it can't be like say, nothing they really happen. As we reconcile Wike meeting with Tinubu in London, a chieftain of the APC and VP candidate placeholder for the APC will be Ibrahim Matsari don't talk some kind things for him interview with BBC Hausa. Him say the meeting, that's the meeting Wike had with Tinubu in London. Masari is now reporting to us as we don't know what transpire for that meeting. Masari say the meeting was basically on the 2023 presidential election, and by God's grace, we are going to work with Governor Nyesom Wike. He will assist, and we are going to win the election with ease by the will of God. This is because Wike is a big politician, a governor, and has control in some other states apart from his states. He is good to the people and has associated with his people peacefully. By the grace of God, he will be of help to us. If you could remember, it was APC that caused the failure of APC in Bauchi. It was members of the party that led to the defeat of the governor from their own party. In Adamawa too. So, what I want people to understand now, say, someone can still assist you even without joining your party if he wants to. He's referring to Wike assisting the APC win election, even as a member of the PDP. It's all right. Let's see how this will pan out. As the news of Wike meeting with Tinubu burst out, now so Atiku booked the next available flight straight to London before the hand of the monkey go turn to human being hand. Before Atiku reached London, Wike don conclude another meeting with former President Olusegun Obasanjo in company of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, will be Peter Obi, and former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke. Yeah, now the name be that. Wetin them discuss, we no know. But one thing where we know about all these meetings upon meetings upon meetings, now say it concern 2023 elections. So finally, Atiku met with Wike to settle their scores. Again, information gathered is saying that Wike's camp is making demands from the PDP. What are these demands? Number one, that the national chairman of the party, PDP, will be Iyacha Ayu, must step down for a southern person to continue, since the presidential candidate of the party is a northerner. This might be their reason, but na lie. We not say I support Wike's presidential ambition. It was crystal clear. In fact, when governor of Sokoto State will be Aminu Tambuwal stepped down for Atiku, Ayu described him as the hero of the convention. Number two condition, them say Atiku go serve only one term as president if he win. This is funny. No be to agree, be the matter. Him go do with the power of incumbency. He will win again and again and again. This demand, if not true, he no follow at all. Nobody don't ever respect this agreement for Nigeria before. It never happened, and it no go work. As Wike continue to the choke PDP, we go to look to know the party him go finally settle with or work with. But one thing for sure, I say, we cannot go come out from PDP. That one, they certain. So as we can play important figure now, I beg, make we not say now we important pass for this election. If Wike is important, then we, the electorate, we are important. Make we come out, vote for the right candidate in 2023 when it's time to vote. No make this mistake. Vote your conscience. Vote who will make Nigeria better. Vote for the right man to do the job. I will see you again. Follow us on all our social media channels showing on your screen right now. Until I see you again, my name is ADS. Signing out.